Picture this. You're right in the middle of a fantastic conversation, chatting away with a colleague, a new friend, or even a potential client, and everything's flowing beautifully. You're feeling confident, and then you freeze. Your brain hits a snag. I was searching, seeing, watching. That tiny, awkward 2-second pause might feel like an eternity to you, and trust me, native speakers pick up on it. It's that little flag that screams, I'm still learning, and it can chip away at your confidence. But what if I told you that you could banish those hesitations forever? What if you could speak English with a fluidity that makes people wonder if you were born with it? Today, I'm not just giving you a tip, I'm handing you the single fastest, most impactful fix I've discovered. And we're talking about 4 tiny, innocent-looking verbs that are actually notorious flow killers when you pick the wrong one. See, look, watch, and search for. And master these, and your English won't just improve, it'll slip into gear so smoothly you'll wonder why you ever struggled. So let's tackle this once and for all. Here's the ultimate cheat code, the golden rule you can literally tattoo on your brain. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Passive eyes see, active eyes look, patient eyes watch, desperate eyes search. Seriously, commit that to memory, recite it, whisper it to yourself, say it loud. Once it's locked in, I promise you, you're not just 80% done, you're practically fluent in this tricky little corner of English. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a powerful mental model that cuts through all the confusion. It gives you an instant framework to evaluate which verb fits perfectly every single time. Now, let's zoom in and dissect each one, giving you the clarity you deserve. Let's kick things off with see. Think of see as the most effortless, almost accidental form of vision. It's involuntary. You don't try to see, it just happens. Light hits your retina, your brain processes it, and boom, you see. There's no effort, no conscious plan involved. It's like breathing, it just occurs. Yesterday, for instance, I saw a double rainbow arcing over the city. I wasn't out there specifically looking for it, it just appeared. A beautiful surprise in my field of vision. The key question to ask yourself for a quick check is this. Did the thing just jump into my vision without me actively trying to perceive it? If the answer is a resounding yes, then see is absolutely your word. It's about noticing something by chance without intention. Now, here's a super common trap English learners fall into, saying, I saw the film last night. Unless you literally just glanced at the poster on the wall or accidentally caught a fleeting glimpse of the screen as you walked by, you didn't see the film in the passive sense. You didn't just notice it, you actively engaged with it for an extended period. So what's the right word? You watched it. Swapping that one verb makes your English sound instantly smoother, more natural, and much more like a native speaker. Remember, see is about the simple act of visual perception, not sustained attention. You can also see someone for an appointment, like I'm seeing the dentist on Friday, but that's a different, more idiomatic use, still carrying a sense of encountering or meeting. Next up, we have look. If see is passive, look is its active, intentional cousin. When you look, you're making a deliberate choice. You're directing your eyes, pointing them at something specific, usually for a brief moment. You choose to point your eyes for a second, maybe to gather information or just out of curiosity. You look at a map to find your way. You look out the window to check the weather. You look someone in the eye to show sincerity. It's all about control. You're the boss of where your gaze goes. Now, a crucial grammar alert here, and this is where many learners stumble. Look is almost always followed by the preposition at when referring to a specific object. You look at something. Saying look the baby sounds, well, just a bit weird, and it's clunky and incorrect. But add that tiny but mighty at, and suddenly you're golden. Your sentence structure is perfect. For example, look at that incredible sunset. You're actively inviting someone else to direct their attention and eyes to that specific beautiful view. Or, can you please look at my laptop? Means you want someone to direct their attention to your device to inspect it. If you remember nothing else from this section, link look with control. You're the one deciding the direction of your eyes. All right, let's move on to watch. Think of watch as look's bigger, more committed sibling. It shares the same intention. You're actively directing your eyes, but with two key differences: longer duration and, crucially, movement. You watch a football match because the ball is constantly travelling, the players are moving, and the score is changing. You watch a toddler because, let's be honest, disaster is a mobile, unpredictable force. Anything that changes over time, anything that involves a process or unfolding event, gets watch. You watch a cooking show, you watch a firework display, you watch a chef prepare a meal. This is precisely why Netflix asks, are you still watching? Not, are you still seeing? They know you're engaged in an ongoing activity. And here's another instant upgrade for your English. Stop saying, I look the news. It's a dead giveaway that you're not a native speaker. Instead say, I watch the news. It's these small, accurate choices that make a massive difference. Remember, watch implies sustained attention, often because there's something dynamic or evolving that holds your gaze. It can also mean to guard or take care of something, like, will you please watch my laptop? Finally, we arrive at search for and look for. These two phrases are basically interchangeable and mean the same thing. You're on a hunt, whether it's your keys that have mysteriously vanished into the sofa cushions, an elusive file buried deep in your messy computer folders, or even something as abstract as your purpose in life. If you have to check multiple spots, if you're actively trying to find something that isn't immediately visible, then you're either searching for it or looking for it. There's a slight regional preference. Brits tend to lean towards look for, while Americans often swing more towards search for. But honestly, either one is perfectly fine and universally understood. What's absolutely critical though is that little word, for. You must include it. Saying I'm searching my keys sounds strange to a native. That tiny preposition for is what pulls the whole sentence together, indicating the object of your search. So the test here is simple. Are you actively trying to find something that isn't immediately apparent or visible? Yes? Then use look for or search for. It's about the active process of discovery. For example, I'm looking for my phone. Have you seen it? Or we looked for the missing book everywhere. Okay, let's put this to the test with a quick lightning round. We'll zap those common mistakes and replace them with native level perfection. Can you see the baby while I have a shower? It should be, can you watch the baby while I have a shower? You need sustained attention, especially with a moving, curious little human. I looked for the moon and suddenly watched it. You found it and then what? It didn't start moving in a way that required sustained watching for its movement. Should be, I looked for the moon and suddenly saw it. You were actively searching and then it passively appeared in your vision. We need to see the presentation before lunch. Are you just glancing at the title slide? It's better to say, we need to watch the presentation before lunch. Presentations involve a sequence of information unfolding over time. I saw the news this morning. Did you just catch a fleeting glimpse of a headline? The best phrase is, I watched the news this morning, because you paid attention to the broadcast over a period of time. Can you look what's wrong with my car? You're not just glancing, you need an inspection. So remember that tiny preposition. Can you look at what's wrong with my car? The at is crucial for directing attention for diagnosis. I am searching my keys. It sounds like there is something on your keys that you are searching for. So once again, remember the preposition. I am searching for my keys, or I am looking for my keys. The preposition makes all the difference. Fix just 3 sentences like these every single day, consciously correcting yourself, and your speech will shed its training wheels within a week. You'll be amazed at how quickly these distinctions become second nature. Want to really cement this in your brain? Let's try a powerful visualization. Imagine a long, well-lit hallway with 4 distinct doors. Door 1 says accident. You just stumble upon it, or something appears from behind it without warning. You walk through it when something appears by chance without your effort. That's see. Like seeing an unexpected friend or a sudden flash of lightning. Door 2 says attention. This door requires a conscious choice. You choose to open it and glance inside, perhaps to check something quickly. You actively direct your gaze. That's look, like looking at a clock or a sign. Door 3 has a cinema poster on it. This door invites you to stay a while, to immerse yourself in an unfolding story or event. You linger, observing movement and change. That's watch, like watching a film, a sporting event, or a cooking demonstration. Door 4 is labelled missing. This door is a bit messy, maybe a bit dark. You have to rummage around, open drawers, check under things, actively trying to locate something that isn't immediately obvious. That's search for or look for. Like hunting for your lost wallet or a specific document. Visualise this hallway just once, really strong in your mind's eye, and I guarantee you'll never mix these verbs up again. It's a simple, vivid mental shortcut that works wonders. If this is all starting to make sense to you, then hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like these. Alright, it's quiz time. No pressure, just a little self-assessment. I'm going to describe a situation and you silently pick the verb you think is correct. Then I'll give you the answer. Ready? Let's go. You notice your phone battery icon is glowing red, indicating it's 2%. Did you search, look, see or watch? You see it. It just entered your awareness without active effort. You frantically scan the room, your eyes darting around trying to locate an available plug socket. You search for or look for one. You're actively hunting for something not immediately visible. Then you plug in your phone and stare intently as a percentage slowly, steadily climbs from 2% to 3%, then 4% and 5%. So you then watch it charge. It's a process changing over time, requiring sustained attention. You quickly glance at your phone screen to check the time. So you look at it. A deliberate, brief direction of your eyes to a specific point. You're at a busy airport and you're trying to find your friend among the crowd. So you look for your friend. So you're actively trying to locate them. Suddenly, you spot them waving from across the terminal. So you now see them. They just appeared in your vision. You're showing a tourist around your city and you point out a famous landmark. You say, "Hey, look at that famous building," directing their attention. You spend the entire evening enjoying a spectacular musical performance. So you watch the musical. It's a sustained attention to an unfolding event. Score yourself out of 8. How did you do? Brag about your score in the comments below. Here's why mastering these seemingly tiny distinctions matters so incredibly much, far beyond just grammar. Every single time you hesitate, that tiny pause, that internal debate between see or watch, your brain flags English as a high-stakes, difficult endeavour. It reinforces the idea that speaking English is hard, that you might make a mistake. But when you replace a hesitation with an automatic, accurate verb choice, the sentence simply finishes itself. It flows, and what happens then? Finished sentences build fluency confidence. You feel good, you feel capable, and confidence is the ultimate fuel for language learning. Confidence makes you speak more, makes you take more risks, makes you engage in more conversations. And what does speaking more do? It makes you fluent. It's a beautiful self-reinforcing confidence loop. One micro change, one tiny precise verb choice triggers a macro result in your overall fluency and self-assurance. It's truly empowering. Let's dig a little deeper because English loves its nuances. Beyond just visual perception, see can also mean to understand. For example, I see what you mean. But notice even here, it still carries a slightly passive flavour. Comprehension just seems to happen to you. It clicks. It's not an active looking for understanding, but rather the understanding becoming clear. While we focus on look as a verb, it can also function as a noun. She gave him a fierce look, or take a look at this amazing photo. But when you're using it as a verb, always keep that at when referring to an object. As we touched upon earlier, watch doubles as a verb, meaning to guard or take care of something. Could you watch my bag for a minute while I grab a coffee? This emphasises the extended focused attention required to ensure its safety. It's a very practical application of the sustained attention principle. Look forward to is a set phrase. This one's important. I'm really looking forward to our holiday. This is a fixed idiom. You can't break it apart and say, I'm looking ahead to or I'm looking forward to our holiday. It's one happy chunk and you just accept it as such. It expresses eager anticipation. These nuggets show how versatile these words can be, but the core distinctions we covered today are your foundation. Alright, here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. For the next 24 hours, I want you to become your own personal auditor. Every single verb of vision that leaves your mouth or even crosses your mind, I want you to scrutinise it. Ask yourself, did I use see, look, watch or search for correctly? If not, swap it for the right one on the fly. To really supercharge this, try recording yourself. Tell a short story, describe your day or explain a recipe. Then play it back. Listen for every instance of these 4 verbs. Count your fixes. If you manage to make 10 conscious corrections within that 24-hour period, you haven't just learned, you've begun to rewrite a habit. You're actively building new neural pathways for fluency. Post done in the comments when you completed that challenge. So, there you have it. The real secret of sounding like a native speaker isn't about memorising a mountain of obscure grammar rules. It's about choosing the right tiny word at the right precise moment. It's about understanding the subtle but significant difference between passive observation and active engagement. Lock in that golden rule. Passive eyes see, active eyes look, patient eyes watch, desperate eyes search. And master this and your English will gain that native polish that effortlessly flow practically overnight. If you learned something truly valuable today, if that light bulb moment happened for you, please do me a favour. Like this video, share it with a friend who still says, I look a film. And definitely don't forget to subscribe for the next tip that's guaranteed to turn your textbook English into real life, natural conversation. I'll search you. No, wait. I'll watch you. No, that's not right either. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.